GAN's 2020 Flagship Speed Cube is here, and I'm going to explain to you whether or not you should get it. Now you want to be subscribed and watch to the end, because I've decided that it's time for, wait for it, a giveaway. Yes, one of my subscribers will get a free brand new GAN 11M Pro thanks to Daily Puzzles. This cube is already available for pre-order with an extra 10% off if you use the Tingman code. Don't worry though if you've already ordered one, because if you win, Daily Puzzles will simply refund the cost of the cube. Once again, watch to the very end to find out how to enter. Okay, Tingman fam, let's get into it. Look at this beautiful box that the 11M Pro can be found in. You have to admit that GAN knows how to package products. I mean, when you're paying this much, you want to know that you're getting your money's worth, and you certainly feel that right here. And here too. What? XS Tingman, who invited you? Well, I heard you talking about GAN Flagship cubes, so I brought mine to the party. Ta-da! The GAN 356 XS. What, you mean that old 2019 model? Hey, don't be one of those snobs who thinks every new product makes all the old ones useless. This guy's still an amazing cube, possibly as good as yours, but for a lower price. The price is pretty much the same. No, it's not. Not since Daily Puzzles brought the price of the XS down to just about $50 US if you use the Tingman code. Yours is still like $67. It's $60. Whatever. I'm going to show you that at a cheaper price, the XS is just as, if not better, than the 11. Plus my box is bigger. What? How's that even relevant? Let the showdown begin! Okay, well, as I was saying, this box is an absolute work of art. You get the impression that GAN knows everyone's comparing them to Apple because naming this the 11M Pro feels like they're just rubbing it in. I mean, look at this box side by side with an iPhone box. Yeah. Opening it up, we see our usual gorgeous collector's card, complete with rainbow decal. Seriously, that's pretty. Some other bits of information, and 2 boxes. The reason why the 11M box is smaller than the XS's is simply because it's more space efficient. In this box, we have tools for adjusting tensioning and replacement core magnets, as well as a soft case. And as some have pointed out, the world's smallest screwdriver. But what you have to take your hat off to is this, a brand new protective case that opens just like this. Whee! Not gonna lie, I've never used these protective cases before because I usually carry my cubes around in a special bag, but this is the first time I think I might use it. And now for the cube, it's my turn to open the box. Fine, XS Tingman, have your go. Thank you. Sorry you had to put up with that snob, but let me show you why the XS is still worth looking at in 2020. It's got a really sturdy box as well, which we've now actually seen used quite often in the Monkey League as super cool cube covers. No, my beautiful box. Okay, I'll confess it's not actually as pretty as the 11M Pro box. But opening it up, we see our usual collector's card and XS this time. But otherwise, practically the exact same thing as the 11M, but with a lower price. And as I'm gonna say over and over again, that's really what it comes down to. Similar tensioning tools, and your soft case, and a hard plastic case that opens, yes, with more difficulty, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. Okay, I gotta admit, I don't know what's with all the empty space on the inside of it, but I don't know anyone who uses this clear case anyway, so it's not a huge loss. Now we unwrap the XS and... Hey, my turn now. Okay, 11M Tingman, but don't hog the camera. Okay, the moment of truth. All I've heard about this cube is that it's crazy light, and as someone who already found the XS too light, I'm worried that this won't have enough weight for me to even control. And... wow. Yeah, it's definitely light, but it's not as bad as I thought. If I didn't know any better, I would say this is like completely hollow, but as we'll see later, this is full to the brim with innovation on the inside. Time for first turns. Oh wow. Yeah, I love it. That is amazing. 100% a GAN cube, super smooth and buttery. It goes without saying that corner cutting is just top of its class, but that often comes at the expense of the cube's firmness. GAN cubes are known for being able to warp quite easily, but this one amazingly doesn't do it as much. And you know why? Because of its internals. Removing a few pieces, we can see that. You know that's the end of your turn. Yes, of course. Go ahead, tell us why the XS is so amazing. I sure will. What 11M Pro Tingman didn't mention is that while his cube is 63 grams, mine is 67 grams, only a fraction heavier, but still way lighter than most other 3x3s. I mean, how light do you want your cube to be? It needs to feel stable in your hands, and the XS does. Granted, it's maybe a little bit more warpy than the 11M Pro, but it corner cuts just as well, turns just as fast, and for all intents and purposes, feels exactly the same. Well, mostly. Okay, a little bit different, but like, not a huge difference. You know what? I'm just gonna let 11M Pro Tingman describe it since he's such a know-it-all. Rude, but thank you for acknowledging my superiority. As you can see, I've removed a layer of pieces from the 11M Pro, and actually, do you mind if you do the same? Sure thing, give me a second. There we go. Wow, that's some CubeSolve hero level magic right there. Thank you. Now, look closely. See the difference? His core holds the centers in place, but mine also magnetically holds the corners. Well, not really holds, like just sort of makes it stick a little. Yes, but the effect that it has is that every time you do a turn, the layers lock into place, not just by, the outside of the layers magnetically aligning, but even from the inside. You cannot get more stable than this. Yeah, until GAN releases the 2021 model. Okay, until 2021, you cannot get more stable than this. But also, what's with your weird magnet adjustment system? Like, mine's super easy to adjust. You literally just use your fingernail to click the magnet into light, medium, or strong, and off you go. Also, it's so nice being able to see the magnets. I mean, that's what GAN is all about. They've always been like that. I will grant you that one. GAN went with the odd choice of making the magnets sort of invisible in its 2020 flagship, which from a functionality standpoint makes no difference, but aesthetically, I definitely would prefer to have seen them there. Also, you can sort of use your fingernails to adjust magnet strength, but the booklet suggests using the provided screwdriver, which just seems like a bit of a step backwards. A huge step backwards. Well, not quite. I mean, how often do you change magnet settings once they're in place? Pretty much everyone sets it up when they first get the cube, and then they leave it like that from then onwards. It's really not that bad. Meh. I reckon everyone will be way more excited if what you were giving away was a free XS. As if the 11M Pro is far more valuable. And yes, I haven't forgotten, watch to the end to see how you can win this cube for free. Well, it really all comes down to one thing. What? How fast you can solve with it. I cannot argue with you there. Average of 50? Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. CubeSolve hero power. Go, go, go! Oh, oops. Well done. Well, there you go. It's final. The 11M Pro is better. Maybe, but I still think it's too close to call. Maybe we aren't so different after all. I mean, we're both Tingman. We're both GAN fanboys. And we both just want to help the people who are watching. Let's stop fighting and merge back into one person. What do you reckon? You know what? You had me at reckon. What? That's like the last word I said. It makes 0 sense. Okay, stop whinging. Let's do it. Alright, time for Combined Tingman to tell you his concluding thoughts. In a nutshell, the 11M Pro is amazing. Adding magnets to the base of the corner pieces is a stroke of genius that I imagine other cube companies are kicking themselves for not having done it first. I didn't talk about the tensioning system, but it's so easily customizable and has a range wide enough, personally, to comfortably suit practically any turning style. But here's the thing. So does the XS. It's similar in almost every single way, except for those corner base magnets. Oh, and the box, I guess. This guy versus that guy. So the question really becomes, is it worth spending that extra bit of money just for those upgrades? Actually, I should mention that the 11M Pro also comes in 4 versions. This one is the frosted stickerless, but there's also one with black internals, and then a softer version that's apparently almost like rubber, and a UV coated version that's got way more grip. But if I had to pick a flaw, it's that part of me still feels like the cubes are just bordering on too light. I dropped the 11M Pro a few times during the solves, which is a bit unusual for me. And personally, I want frosted cubes to disappear. Slippery cubes make no sense. If these were budget cubes, we'd ignore these peculiarities. But when you're paying for literally the most expensive cube on the market, the premium flagship cube, you have to expect the best. So let's answer the question I put forth at the start. Should you get the 11M Pro? If you like having the latest and best cubes, then yes. It's like owning the latest iPhone. It's indulgent, but incredible. But if you're okay with not having the most recent and best, the XS completely holds its own. And by extension, so does the 356X and 356M. And as mentioned at the start, the 11M Pro is available for pre-order on Daily Puzzles right now, and the XS is on sale. And if you use the Tingman code, you're gonna get another 10% off both cubes. It's pretty great. And finally, as promised, Daily Puzzles and I will be giving away a free 11M Pro. All you need to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and then leave a comment below on whether you think the 11M or the XS is better, or maybe a different cube. And tell us why, even if it's a funny reason. Of course, if you can't wait and you just want to pre-order the 11M, go ahead. If you win, Daily Puzzles will just refund the cost of your cube. And if you're interested in my thoughts on the 2020 GAN 356X and M, why not check out these videos right there. And subscribe to Daily Puzzles as well while you're at it. By the way, I post stories and other updates on my Instagram channel as well, so please check that out if you haven't yet, @TingmanOfficial. Till next time, Tingman fam, I hope you all stay happy and safe.